Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, with yet another exercise in futility as we play a little more XCOM, The Long War. And will our efforts today be truly futile? Well, the answer to that question is more than likely yes, since, as you can see here, Lindsay Lohan, Tara Reid, and John Leguizamo are all spending the next 3 days sleeping off the heroic drunk from their after party of their last little adventure. And while it's not entirely impossible that they might sober up before the aliens strike again, I really think it is pretty damn unlikely, which means that once again, we'll be sending out a team on a mission that's about as relevant to a temple ship victory as Joe Biden is to responsible, sober government. See, it's funny, because not only is Uncle Joe the occupant of the most impotent office in Washington, that of Vice President, but he's also a barely controlled drunken lecher. So you see, it actually works on two levels there. What I was getting at with the Joe Biden crack. Then again, now that I think about it, I suppose that being a capering monkey, entirely designed to amuse the electorate and distract them from how bad they're getting screwed by the actual government, sort of is the purpose of a good vice president. In which case, Joe Biden is an unmitigated success, perhaps one of the greatest vice presidents since Dan Quayle in that regard. So maybe my analogy doesn't hold. Maybe I'm just a freewheeling idiot who's pissing out of his asshole. Which, if that's your guess, would be dead on accurate, because I am a freewheeling idiot who's often pissing out his asshole. Either way, though, I think we've reached the point where it's time to start scanning, so I'll just stop prevaricating here and we can get to work. Charlie Hunnam, Paris Hilton, and John Flansburgh all back. I suppose that's beneficial. 6 alien surgeries you want, Egypt. I would like something other than 2 scientists. Maybe you could come up with a deal that allows somehow for both of us to get what we want?
Contact detected.
Looks like that's a big no from Egypt. Alright, also, how the fuck is this Egypt? You know, Egypt is about 2,000 miles that way, right? This is more like Iran, Iraq, or, I don't know, maybe like eastern Syria? You're not even, actually, this is way east of even Syria. This is definitely Iran or Iraq. You know what? I don't care. Let's just send up an interceptor. Gonzo, why don't you go up there and get you a little bit of action? Just pretend they're one of your harem of fine foxy hens, and you can just pork them like a sex doll. Although I think foxes and hens probably not the analogy that's going to make Gonzo too terribly comfortable when it comes to his harem of ladies. Please abort, sir. Get the hell out of there. You're definitely not shooting down that fighter, Gonzo. You know, I said pork him like a sex doll, not get porked like a sex doll. I think maybe Gonzo was confused about which part he was supposed to play in the whole sex doll scenario. He just laid there and took it. It's unfortunate. If this thing flies away, I'm going to be real pissed. Okay. Come on, Panic. It's time for you to earn your paycheck. You know, I'd be more salty. But honestly, that was Panic across. I'm honestly just amazed he didn't hit the ejection seat on his interceptor, shoot himself out, and crash it straight into the ground. I'm not sure he knows which button is actually the trigger of the laser cannon and which one is the ejection. So it's 50-50 on any given intercept that he punches out by accident. Let's just be lucky we won this particular coin flip. Or let's just be glad that we got lucky, rather, and won this particular coin flip. So we got a down small UFO, Mutant Elite. That's a very good thing. Very good thing. There's a lot of shit on this mission. You know, I've got 6 entries here, and there are only 10 people on this entire crew, and 2 of those are outsiders. I'm guessing we're going to have Mutant Elite, and then like 4 Mutons, then probably 2 sectoids, or probably 2 drones of Mechtoid and a sectoid, and then 2 outsiders. That's my estimate of what this mission will consist of. That's probably way off, but we'll see. We'll see. So make note, we'll see how good my gambling skills are. Well, we can't take some of these people, and I can't help but notice that Lindsay Lohan, Tara Reid, and the Rat definitely slacking off here have missed the curtain call by what, like a day. Very nice. Very nice, ladies, and also John Leguizamo. Although technically, I think you are still dressed like a lady, so, you know, I'm just playing to your character, John. Anyway, we got to come up with some other team. That's fine. We'll get the Joe Biden crew together, let them do their thing. It'll be a while since Joe and his crew have had an opportunity to really strut their stuff, so I suppose it's not the worst thing that could happen. And if we're talking about a Joe Biden-esque crew, well, we should definitely get Uncle Mel Gibson into the action, because there is nobody drunker than Uncle Mel, with the possible exception of Lindsay Lohan and Tara Reid, who, as we have discussed now ad nauseum, are both currently indisposed. So let's get Uncle Mel and get him to work here. Seraphim armor, plasma sniper rifle scope, laser sight, high capacity mags. Drunk Uncle Mel will be ready to do drunk Uncle Joe proud. That's it's really one of Mel's goals in life, is to make the vice president happy. It's shocking, I know. One wouldn't expect Mel Gibson to be too terribly concerned with the opinion of the vice president, but turns out it's actually his chief driving motivation in life. I know, I was surprised too. Infantry trooper, we don't need real steel on this one. We can probably go. You know what? We haven't had Jean Splits Claude Van Damme-inator, the muscles from, I don't know, somewhere in Belgium. Brussels, maybe? I can't remember. It's been so long since we've had on a mission, I've actually forgotten, like, all 9 of his nicknames. So let's go ahead and get old Splits geared up here. We're going to give him some Archangel armor. I think a plasma rifle is probably in order. Jean-Claude's got pretty good aim, actually. What can we do about the scope? Well, just give him one. Laser sight, high capacity mags. Jean-Claude is sorted. Got him ready to roll. Let's grab ourselves a gunner then. I will take pretty much anyone on this shit. Preferably someone who has heat ammo would be the ideal. We have... Where's Katie Firework Perry? Is Katie Firework Perry? No. Alright. No, Katie. No, that's fine, Katie. No, it's cool. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. It's not a problem. We'll just get somebody else. I think Megan Fox has... She has heat ammo, but she doesn't... Oh, she has shredder ammo. Never mind. Just get out of my sight, Megan Fox. What the hell we were thinking, considering taking you. We may have to go without heat ammo, because I don't want to take Taylor Moose Lautner. I want to save Taylor Moose Lautner for the A-team. Nikki's out for 3 days. Yeah, it's going to be Paris Hilton then. All right, Porno. You got the ball, Paris. We're giving you the football. You got to get it into the end zone. I know you weigh about 115 pounds and might be 5'4" and 3-inch heels, but, well, it's up to you, Paris. So maybe the football analogy wasn't really the best way to go, since you're sort of a tiny little waif of a thing. Who cares? Plasma Nova gun, scope, laser sight, high capacity mags. Put a helmet and some shoulder pads on her and nobody will ever know. She'll fit in like she's just another one of the guys. Let's dig up a scout. Possibly literally, we may actually have to get someone from the morgue to be scout on this mission, since the rest of our scouts are tired. Well, Dominic Purcell isn't dead, but he's about as close as one can get to dead without actually being dead. Dominic Purcell may have spent more time in the infirmary than any of our remaining troopers who are still up and on their feet. And I see no reason to not give Dominic another chance to wind himself back to the infirmary. It's his favorite place on Earth. I mean, it really is the Disneyland of places when it comes to Dominic Purcell. He loves the fucking hospital. We can't keep him out of it. Let's give him a chemical grenade. There's a mechtoid on this mission, and there's an outside chance that we might get him in range to do some work with that chemical grenade, and an even smaller, but still non-zero chance that I actually remember to throw it. Also, I might want to pay attention to the difference between a chemical grenade and an alien grenade. I'm turning into fucking Kristen Stewart over here, I'm telling you. Can't tell the difference between a battle scanner and a grenade. What about an assault trooper? I really don't care. Anyone is fine. I know I just passed up Sir Sidney and John Flansburgh there, but, you know what? Let's go with Nick the Terminator Stahl, or alternatively, we could go with Robin Thick Thick. Robin Thick Thick actually is a little faster. Not quite the willpower of the Terminator, but I mean, one of those two guys is John Connor, and the other one is Alan Thicke's son. Let's give old... How close is the Corporal Terminator here to, not that close. What about Robin Thick Thick? I think Robin Thick Thick actually has also been on a mission, so he might be, I won't say close, but within reach of a level. Say a man's reach should exceed his grasp. I don't necessarily think that's true with Robin Thick Thick. They're both about the same distance away. Let's just take Robin Thick Thick, because if one of them is going to get killed, I'd way rather it be the Thick Thickinator. Old Double Thick, I think, as he'll hence be called. Alright, so let's give Double Thick a double thick serving of gear. He's going to get some Walker servos, a little bit of breaching ammo. Of course, in case of Muton, bring breaching ammo. We know there's one on the mission, so it stands to follow. Breaching ammo, arc throwers. Robin Thick Thick is completely sorted. We wouldn't mind having someone on this mission who has a psychic power, because theoretically it would be to our benefit to possibly panic one of those Muton elites so that we might capture him. Are any psychically powered troopers left available? I think probably Sung Kang is like the only game in town, right? Yeah, so we've got Sung Kang, and we've got Ian Ziering, who only has Mind Fray. Alright then, Sung Kang, you're going on the mission. That actually is not necessarily a bad thing. Sung Kang does have the triple repair ability. We're going to give him Vortex Armor because his foot speed is it's atrocity. It really is. It's a blight on mankind. It's that bad. We'll give him a ton of battle scanner, a ton of grenades. No battle scanners, actually. Let's give him a ton of grenades, and then we'll give him our third arc thrower. That's going to slow him down slightly, but he should still be okay. You do have panic, right? Okay, you do. He's going to get triple charges out of his arc thrower. What am I missing? Oh, a medic. I'm guessing probably Admiral Akbar for this one. She may be, again, the only game in town. When does Tori Spelling get a little action? When she's the only game in town. That's when. Oh, yeah. And if you don't believe me, just ask her husband Dean on that. That guy hasn't had sex with her in like 14 years because she's pretty awful, and I can't really say that I blame him. It's not really a wonder that Dean goes looking for a little love outside the bonds of wedlock. Plasma right? Ah, just kid, Tori Spelling. You can't have a real gun. Take your toy gun and shoot rubber bands at the enemy, and we'll all pretend you're helping. A Goliath. Let's get one. Catherine Zeta-Jones, who has been one of our fucking heroes. We really gimped her build when she was a gunner, and she was somewhat less than awesome. But since we've chopped her arms and legs off and replaced them with cold-rolled steel, Catherine Zeta-Jones has been a fantastic asset to the team. She really has. We're going to give Kathy Z the combo plate. Electro-pulse, grenade launcher, proximity mine launcher. Delirium turbos or tactical sensors is actually a pretty interesting question here. Kathy has pretty good base defense. Tactical sensors, helpful, but you know what? I think Delirium turbos might be best. Kathy is not exactly a speed demon, and she does have close combat specialist, so if she gets up right next to something, she can do some fine work for us. I think we'll go for the turbos on this particular instance. That's our team then, so let's head over to Johnny Skyranger and get stuck in. Yes, after 230 some episodes, I finally got around to giving the old Skyranger a name, and apparently that name is Johnny. Because I'm not creative, or, you know, imaginative, or clever. Or anything one might like someone to be with a positive adjective. I'm none of those things. Johnny's the best I can do, folks. It's the best I can do.
The Egyptian border. Unfortunately,
Operation Severed Hammer?
within a major city center.
Sounds like a construction accident. You might hear on like a job site where guys were framing a house. One guy goes over, picks up his hammer, and the head falls off. Then he looks at it, and there's a saw mark on it. He's like, "Oh, come on, damn it, John. You saw it through my fucking hammer." Then they call it the whole build Operation Severed Hammer thereafter. It was a nice hammer. Wooden handle, sure, but it was one of those reflex heads where it's got that weird groove in the middle so that you don't get the blowback. It's really shock absorbent on the head. It's like a $240 hammer, man. You saw it straight through it. What a dick.
Loud and clear, Big Sky.
Yeah, loud and clear, Big Sky. We're real concerned with what you're thinking, doing, and or care about. Meanwhile, we're going to go fight a map that we fought probably 240 times, so we're not really too terribly concerned with what's going on. Lockdown, what do you got for shots here? 3% on the Muton Elite. Well, that's fucking amazing right there. I don't know how we can come to bring ourselves to pass that up, really. Also, Sun Kang, we're gonna need you to panic that. Elite, probably. The problem with that particular scenario is I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be able to see that elite, so it's gonna be tough to get him panicked now, isn't it?
Affirmative.
Yeah. I'm angry at you already, Sun Kang. Alright, so since Sun Kang's gonna bonus, the question becomes, what can we do here? Sun Kang, why don't you throw a grenade then? Alright, so if you can't contribute with the psychic power, throw a grenade. Don't destroy Dominic Purcell's cover, you idiot. Stimpy, you idiot! Don't do that. Just destroy the Muton's cover, and if you could find it in your heart, maybe do a slight amount of damage to the Muton as well. That would also be of good use. Wow, Jean-Claude Van Damme has shots from here? He does. Not bad shots either, which is surprising. Uncle Mel, flight mode for you, son. You know your job, Uncle Mel. Assume the mission position, and then stay in it for the remainder of the mission. We'll have Uncle Mel come back in a moment. We may need Uncle Mel to do a little bit of work for us in the precision sniping department. So we got 2 shots with Paris. What's your other shot? 254s at the far away guy. We'll take it. Paris with a hit and a shred. Follow-up looks like a rock, so slightly suboptimal, but better than nothing. Dominic Purcell, I have to assume, is going to get a kill here. Pretty good chance. There we go. Dominic takes one down. That's all right. That's a good start. It's a good start. Kathy Z has some opportunities, and surprisingly, Double Thick even has an opportunity or two. No shots for Jean-Claude. He's going to go on Overwatch. Admiral Akbar.
Location confirmed.
Let's not do anything crazy. Let's just get Admiral Akbar to cover in case someone at some point maybe needs a little patching up. I think we're going to take Uncle Mel and just have him go ahead and drill this Muton. Let's eliminate anybody we can see to make certain that we got as little fire coming back at us as possible. It's probably our best bet. If anybody's going to get shot at, we would like that somebody to be Kathy Z, but even that said, I would still prefer Catherine Zeta-Jones also just not be shot at. I would prefer that no one gets shot at. Doesn't look like that's going to be a possibility, though. This is not the worst shot we've ever taken. That's a sad and shameful thing to say. It also connected, so fuck me, I guess. That's what I get for talking shit about the game. You talk shit about XCOM, and XCOM will talk shit about you. This should be relatively safe. I think Double Thick, even if he can see the enemy here, is... Yeah, okay. Let's say, even if they can see him, they're unlikely to shoot at him, but they can't even see him, so he's covered. Let's see what this Elite does. He's coming at... No, he's falling back. He's going to go look for help from the Mechtoid. It's totally expected. I think we're probably going to deploy a battle scanner in this instance. We can't get... We're not going to be able to get Sung Kang where we need him. This is tricky. Let's just go ahead and dash. We're going to start things off by dashing Dominic Lockdown Purcell behind that rock. This is not a smart move, okay? I'm fully aware that this is a terrible move. Usually it's a terrible move because asking Dominic Purcell to take Overwatch is just a guarantee that he's going to get shot in the face. That's not exactly the way it turned out this time, however. And I'm going to take another very, very dangerous move here because the audio clue from our Mechtoid said it's over in this vicinity. I'm going to guess it's probably right back here since our Muton Elite friend ran that way when he was looking to get a little cover. This will get us a kill and also possibly a canister of meld. Alright, so our gamble paid off. 3 meld. Way to be, Double Thick. That's a brilliant contribution to the project. You got us a resource we have absolutely no use for. So, fantastically done there. Everybody's real proud of you. Sun Kang is not going to be able to see that Elite from here. And we can't even double move Sun Kang because we put the only position of cover where Robin Thicke is. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a single shot with Uncle Mel. This will not kill the Elite, which is good because we don't want him dead. There we go. Let's get him softened up. And then with the double tap shot, Uncle Mel's going to try and disable that gentleman's weapon. And there we go.
Why don't you sit this round out?
Yeah, he is in fact going to be sitting that round out. You got his number, Uncle Mel.
I'm on the move.
We're going to bring Kathy Z forward. And we're going to put Kathy Z on Overwatch. Our goal here is actually to discourage the Muton from moving. We would like him to try and remain as stationary as possible. Now, he will still have grenades at his disposal, so we're going to have to be a little careful with how we position our troopers. We don't want any two next to each other, because he will chuck a grenade at him. But we do need Sun Kang close enough that he can at least see the enemy. Ideally, we'd like him close enough that he could both see and then later maybe take a stun attempt at the enemy, but I don't think that's going to happen. And now that I think about what we've done, we probably should not have put Catherine Zeta-Jones on Overwatch, because if that Muton falls back, you just hunker down. If that Muton falls back, Kathy Z will shoot him, and if she hits him, she's going to kill him. And Kathy Z has the aim to do it. Of our mech troopers, Catherine Zeta-Jones is one of the more effective ones. Tori Spelling, why don't you throw a battle scanner? Oh, we're going to fuck with this guy. Watch this. We're going to throw this battle scanner right at him, so he thinks it's a grenade and completely shits himself, and it just lands at his feet, and it's a battle scanner, and he feels like a total asshole. Yeah, I heard him. He shit himself. Suck it, Muton. It's exactly what you deserve, you piece of shit. Let's bring Paris Hilton over in this direction. We'll get her a little closer. Not too worried about a grenade coming at Paris. Although those two kind of cluttered up there would make sort of an attractive grenade target. He is in fact going to grenade, but it looks like he's throwing it at... he's going to chuck it at double thick.
Commander, it would be preferable if we attempted to retrieve those
Yeah, well,
canisters
you know,
rather
it is
than
preferable to
destroy
retrieve
them.
those canisters. Unfortunately for you, Dr. V, I actually did exactly that before you bitched at me for not retrieving the canisters. So, if you could suck it, I think we'd all be quite a bit happier. Speaking of getting stuff done, we are going to move Sung Kang to cover at this tree.
Position confirmed.
And then he's going to panic that piece of shit. Sung Kang, if you would, sir. Thank you. Going to maximize the chances to get ourselves a nice little alien weapon that we can then make into a plasma dragon, because I am effectively desperate to get myself a plasma dragon. I very much want one. And we should be able to engineer possibly a pair of capture attempts on this turn. Dominic Lockdown Purcell's definitely going to be able to get into position. And I think Double Thick may also be able to get into a position. Of course, before we do that, we're probably going to need to injure this guy enough where he'll be capturable. That would probably be a reasonable way to start things off. Honestly, I think our best unit to do that might be Admiral Akbar here. What do you got there, Tori? You think you can hit that guy without killing him? You have a 1% chance to hit him, so probably not. Alright, well that could have gone better, maybe. Paris Hilton will kill him. Uncle Mel, are you going to kill him? Does 9 damage. Not out of the question, but I think I'm going to gamble on it. I don't think Uncle Mel will get the kill here. Actually, Uncle Mel didn't even hit, so I suppose we don't really need to worry about it, do we? Alright then, well, we would like to pistol him maybe a little bit, but Paris Porno Hilton doesn't have a pistol. Double Thick has a pistol. I mean, we could have him walk up and do a little pistoleering here. And I think that's exactly what we're going to have to do, as much as I don't necessarily relish the prospect. Also, 26% to hit is not good.
Negative damage.
Let's get Tori Spelling closer then. Screw it, we'll just pile right up on the guy. Everybody, hog pile. Alternatively, we could, you know what, let's destroy his cover. If we can do this without blowing up one of our own troopers, this will be useful. Also might do a point of damage or two. No damage, but that's alright. Hey, Dom, why don't you whip out the old pistolero there and maybe shoot this guy a few times. You get a 50% chance to hit him point blank. It's not exactly great. He did hollow target him, however, so we got that going for us. Also, well, I was concerned there for a moment that we may have locked up the mission. When you have panic guys who are... Panic guy who was in cover and then is no longer in cover for whatever reason, they seem to have a real problem with the panic thing. Seems to become a very significant issue. We're going to go for the Mind Fray here. It's not out of the question that the Mind Fray could do more than 1 damage. It did not. It did exactly 1, which means somebody else is going to have to pistol this shit bitch. That was like a weird combination of shit biscuit and shit brick, which would, I guess, make it a shit brisket, which sounds kind of weird, actually. Shit brisket. I mean, I like brisket, but I'm not sure I would enjoy one that was made of poop. That seems suboptimal. Alright, do some pistoleering for us here, Van Damage. That's a nice start. You can shoot again, right? Because you got, yeah, light him up. Alright, so Van Damage is going to light him up with the old pistolero. God damn, Jean-Claude, you should star in some fucking westerns, buddy. You got no small amount of skill when it comes to the pistoleroing. Let's see if Purcell can get it done for us. Dom? Not a chance in hell. Yeah, we all noticed. Let's, should probably not mention it further if you can avoid it. Double Thick, how about you? You got to capture anybody? What do you think? How do you feel? He feels good. Double Thick feels pretty good about the situation. So that's 2 Muton Elites in as many missions, and I gotta say, our troopers are really starting to come along in the capture department. They are getting much better at it.
Ready to rock.
Alright, so everybody get their big boy guns back out, because we have still more enemies on the field. And I'm guessing not too terribly far away. In fact, probably I'm gonna wager, like, up in this vicinity. We did hear the Mechtoid clompage, so there usually is a pod over in that area. Not this time, though, because XCOM hates me with the burning passion of 1,000 suns. That's fine. Thwart my expectations, XCOM. It only makes me more devious and clever for the next time.
On my way.
You're just digging your own grave, XCOM. That's all you're doing.
Reloading weapons.
Think you're getting closer with every shovel you throw, just like that,
Hot in here.
Travis, what was his name? Travis something. He's a country singer with a really deep voice. I don't remember. Anyway, just like that guy. Guy who sang The Hole? What the fuck was that guy's name? The name of the song is The Hole. I can't remember. It hardly matters.
Oh yeah.
That's precisely what I wanted you to do, Robin Thicke, was reload your pistol while standing in the fucking open. Because that's brilliant. I guarantee this guy has reactive... he has reactive sensors, I almost guarantee it. Automated target, repair servos. He has effectively every fucking ability in the game, which does in fact include reactive sensors, so... we definitely do not want to take that shot. Also, Double Thick, I'd like to point out, may be fucking dead here. We gotta come back to you. Sun Kang, I know your panic is gonna be on cooldown, right? It certainly is. Well, why don't you advance to this full cover and chuck a grenade that guy's way, then? You do have... because you can't get it that far, that's why. Brilliantly done, sir. I'm very proud of you, Sun Kang. You're contributing a lot to the mission and the team. Alright, so who wants to take the reactive sensor shot is the question. Well, first off, we gotta get Dominic Purcell to some manner of cover. Let's have him pull this Overwatch while we're at it. Robin Thicke, when you die, you got no one to blame but yourself. Except for me, because it's totally my fault. I'm the one who hit the reload button. But still, I blame you. Dominic Purcell might be the right guy to have take the... yeah, you know what? First off, not a pistol, Dominic, please. Although you had a better chance to hit. Nah, it's about the same. You're gonna take the rapid reaction shot because you did 1 fucking damage. Well, that's unimpressive. At least you didn't get shot in the face, which for you, Dominic Purcell, is the mathematical rarity. Usually, getting shot in the face is what you do better than anyone we've ever met. Paris Hilton, of course, does not have heat ammo, so we're in a bit of a sticky pickle here. She got a whopping 6 damage, but on the plus side, she did manage to shred the target. We're not in a good position. We gotta make Kathy Z the attractive nuisance. So, Kathy Z, as much as I would have preferred to not move Catherine Zeta-Jones, so she could have perhaps gotten an extra shot. She has heat ammo, she does not have heat warheads. This is the right move. So Kathy Z is going to plug him for 11. That is helpful. It's helpful. It's not great, but it certainly aids the situation. Let's get Van Damage up here. We're going to need a little help out of you, Van Damage. First off, put that goddamn pistol away and get out an actual gun, please. Good chance on the drone. Good chance on the... less... you know what? Take the drone. And by take the drone, I mean fire wildly in the air, nowhere near the drone, and then don't actually kill it. That's exactly what I meant when I encouraged you to take the drone. Was to not really hurt it at all.
Moving.
Alright, so Admiral Tori Spelling Akbar here could theoretically get us a kill, but we can't afford that since Robin Double Thick is a fucking idiot and is now standing out in the open with no kind of cover. So it's going to be Smoke Grenade City to try and encourage the enemy to shoot at Dominic Lockdown Purcell. We could disable the Mechtoid. It's probably the right move. Alright, let's... first off, let's kill the Sectoid. We are going to try and minimize the amount of psi shielding that this Mechtoid could have at us, and with a double tap shot, we're just going to disable his weapon. On the plus side, this can't miss, so Uncle Mel, with 2 disables that have proved pretty goddamn critical so far this mission. And he's making the whole Uncle Joe Biden thing look like a very, very discourteous comparison. He's already done more for this country than drunk Uncle Joe has done in 8 years. This is going to be a psi shield, so we have nothing really to fear here. There we go. Precisely as predicted. And this is a situation where I think our best bet with Catherine Zeta-Jones, despite the heat ammo, might be to just go ahead and deploy a proximity mine. Because the proximity mine is going to get more than 1 kill. Yeah, it's going to do, if we're looking at aggregate damage, it's actually going to be more worthwhile. So let's do that. We'll go ahead and get that down. We only need 1 damage on the drone, so we're going to kind of favor the Sectoid. Sung Kang should be able to get into range to huck a grenade. Alternatively, if his panic ability is off cooldown, we may just panic the Mechtoid instead. It is off cooldown. That's actually an interesting proposition.
I'm on it, Commander.
You know what? We'll mull that over a minute while we have Dominic Purcell take the reactive fire here. The reactive fire is going to be a problem, so let's just get it out of the way. And yes, I could have thrown a chemical grenade at the guy, but the reactive sensors honestly is a bigger problem than his gigantic amount of armor. Because worst case scenario, what we'll do is just have him panicked, and then he'll just stand there like a goon, and we can pick him apart at will. Fan damage, some interesting opportunities. Let's have Uncle Mel first off. Get rid of that shield for us. If you would, Uncle Mel, please shoot the sectoid in the head. Thank you. Ask and ye shall receive, saith Uncle Mel. And receiveth we have. Uncle Mel getting all fucking biblical up in this shit, because that's the way Uncle Mel Gibson rolls. Alright, kill the drone then. I say kill the drone because that drone's going to repair him for 3 damage, and 3 damage is probably more than a shot from Jean-Claude Van Damme is likely to do. This may not even net 3 damage. It netted exactly 3, so killing the drone was the right move. Admiral Akbar, we'll come back to you in a minute. Where is... there she is. I was going to say, where is Paris Hilton? Paris, if you would double up on this gentleman for us. And no, I don't mean double up on him in that fashion, Paris Hilton. You have a filthy mind. Come on. This is a very intriguing question. Panic or try for the kill? Who do we have left? Admiral Akbar, Sung Kang, and Double Thick. Is there cover up? There it is.
Headed there now.
Alright, Admiral Akbar. You gotta make this one count for us. We gotta get some damage out of you. I would complain, but 3 damage is honestly more than I was expecting. Double Thick. We're gonna need some damage out of you as well, so again, you gotta make this one count, buddy. And if you make it count enough, we can then just throw a grenade at this guy. We don't have to worry about the panic. Although we could just panic him anyway, and then he might set off the proximity mine. You know what I think I'm gonna... oh, he has a pistol. Double Thick proving himself not double thick, but actually triple thick. Not only did he reload the pistol and stand in the fucking open, then he shot it at a Mechtoid. Robin Thicke, I hate you oh so very much. I'm pretty sure this mission has ended your career, Robert Thicke. I don't think you'll be attending any more XCOM rodeos in the very near future. I think this is probably your last ride, sir. Also, the panicking guy did not... can't help but notice that he didn't fall back. Not that that's a problem. Just go ahead and shoot him, Dominic. Yes, again, the chemical grenade would have been useful here, but...
Running ammo fast. Damn it, missed the target.
yeah, I couldn't help but notice that you missed the target, and that's actually a bit of a problem, because... you know what? Just do his job for him, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Catherine Zeta-Jones just kill the damn thing, and then we don't even have to worry about it anymore.
Kill confirmed.
Thank you, Catherine Zeta-Jones, for being the one competent member of our team. I appreciate you and what you have done for the XCOM project over your months of service. I will be adding a commendation to your file, Catherine Zeta-Jones, indicating that when it comes to confidence and competence, you are one of the few reliable members of our team. I do sincerely appreciate what you've given to us. I less appreciate what Sung Kang has given to us, which is mostly trouble and headaches. JCVD, get your ass into position. Everybody, actually, if you wouldn't mind, Uncle Mel, you're already in position because you're a goddamn golden god compared to the rest of these schlubs. Admiral Akbar, you can just hunker down over here. Why don't you reload? I have a feeling you'll need every bullet you can get if anything goes even slightly wrong. Dom, just go ahead and reload. We don't need Dominic Purcell for a capture or anything. Let's use him to spawn this pod, actually. So he's going to fail at even that. That's fine. That'll give everybody else a chance. We'll just take a turn. That's fine. We'll just take some time. No, it's good. We've got vacation days. We can use them. It's not a problem. Everybody's still okay.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Just take a vacation day. Everybody can, everybody stay calm.
Headed there now.
Dominic Purcell refused to do his job, so all of everybody else gets a day off, and I get a bunch of extra billable hours that I now have to pay thanks to Dominic Purcell.
What's making that noise?
Well, there wasn't really a noise, and the fact that there was a lack of a noise should indicate to you that it was an outsider. And you have been on enough missions to know better, in all honesty. We still can't see the enemy, huh? Admiral Akbar's out of battle scanners. Dominic Purcell, do you have a battle scanner by chance? You have 3. You have a lot of battle scanners, Dominic Purcell. Why so many? Yeah, you know what? Just throw one of your many, many battle scanners then, and please reveal these aliens. Alright, well I hear the combat music, which means they're on the map somewhere. Can't exactly say... Well, there they are. Alright, can anybody see them? Answer is no. Can Uncle Mel get a shot at him? Also no. Alright, well we're gonna have to do this the hard way then. I think before we do this the hard way, let's get people in a little better position here. Overwatch for you, Paris Hilton. You know what, Sun Kang? Congratulations, sir. You're a triggering unit. Enjoy that. That'll be fun for you. Paris Hilton gonna take an Overwatch shot. Which connected. Nicely done, Paris Hilton. Quite pleased with that. He's gonna finish his run. That guy's really badly injured. It's a little panic time then for Sun Kang. You can go ahead and panic that gentleman, Song. Well done. You know, I don't like your foot speed at all, Sun Kang. Got a lot of complaints with you in that particular regard, but I have to say, so far your psychic abilities have proven remarkably sound, sir. Surprisingly so, in fact. Let's not talk about that ever again, Van Damage. Let's just not mention it. 42% for Uncle Mel. I'm going to take it because he has literally nothing else. Not that we should have ever damaged Uncle Mel Gibson. The man is a killing machine of extraordinary function. Look at that! He hit a 40-something% and then a 32%. Mel Gibson does not fuck around. That man was born to kill. He really was. He has it tattooed on his fist, too. Also on his head in reverse so that when you look at him, you can read it. 14% is simply not good enough, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Why don't you toss a grenade at this guy, and this will probably kill him. Or it'll do 2 damage and not get to kill. That is a thing that could also happen. Robin Thick could finish him off with a running gun if he had to. All we've got left is Robin Thick and Admiral Akbar. Alright then. So run and gun it is then. We're going to trust Admiral Akbar to do the last 1 damage on that unit. Unless Robin Thick just has a miserable hit percentage. Yeah, never mind. Robin Thick, why don't you finish that guy off? Or not. Also a distinct possibility. You could just completely fucking muck it. That's a thing that could happen. You're probably dead, Robin Thick, because I gotta imagine this guy's gonna come shoot you in the back. Nope, he's gonna let himself get overwatched by Tori Spelling. What an idiot. That may be one of the stupider aliens we've seen in a good long while, and that's saying something, because we've seen a lot of fucking stupid aliens in our day. But that guy? Well, that's a cake taker right there. Think you could get the kill at point-blank range with a flank shot, Robin Thick? I'm gonna guess no, but, well, I've been wrong before, and I was wrong there. Alright, so Operation Severed Hammer, an unqualified success, except for Robin Thick, who we will never, ever mention again, and may just erase from the annals of XCOM history. I think we might just delete all records of his complete enrollment. Nevertheless, a mission that I expected to yield us nothing at all, once again has surprised me by turning up an alien heavy plasma weapon. So we are going to get our plasma dragon, and that'll put Megan Fox and Joss Whedon back in the mix for us. Gotta say, I'm kind of glad to have them. Let's take a look at our loot.
Another successful mission.
Yeah, don't.
Great work out there, Commander.
Assuming you delete the performance of one Double Thick, I suppose it was a fantastic performance. Everyone else did pretty well. So alien heavy weapon, alien grenade, got both of those on our side. Of course, we got another Muton Elite captive. That's going to make Dr. Valen real happy. It's been a good long while since Dr. Valen has had one of those big brutes to make into a new chew toy. And by a good long while, I mean it's been literally like 3 days. We brought her one just 3 days ago. But she lives in a kind of a compressed time frame, does Dr. Valen, and, you know, what ordinarily would seem like a short period of time to you, for Dr. Valen stretches out unto an eternity when she's between snuff projects. I mean, time expands while she's snuffing an alien. A minute can seem like a day, and an hour can seem like a year. And the same holds true when she's between snuff projects. A minute seems like a day, and then, you know, or a day, rather, for her it goes the other way, then time sort of expands then. And a second seems like a year.
The
She
latest
just
contact
can't get
turned out
enough.
to be a dud. Probably just another drunk pilot who fell asleep on a long haul.
Bradford, I don't really think you have cause to be criticizing anyone for drinking. Really, I don't. That's a pot calling the kettle black situation right there, Bradford. You may want to check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself, sir. Because, good goddamn. Alright then, let's head back to engineering. We're going to build and buy some items. Plasma Dragon. That's exactly what we're going to build. Bam. Got all the components. Have way more than enough cash. We could fucking build 10 of these almost if we felt like it. So let's get that started. Hey, I'm criticized Robin Thicke for picking up 3 melds, saying we had absolutely no use for it, but we're going to use, in fact, every single PC recovered and then some. Maybe I'm the asshole in this situation. Who knows? Me, I know I'm the asshole. That's pretty much true in any situation. Alright then. So our wish list is complete. Once these 2 items are finished, we'll be pretty much have everything we ever wanted, except for a mind-controlled ethereal and access to the temple ship. But with one less item checked off the list there, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, potentially including, eventually, maybe, a trip to the old temple ship, consider subscribing as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.